my mom and my dad bought the house that we're living in when they were 25 and 28.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at my big age and I am like, but when? And I think it's, for me, it's that frustration where it's like you're working really hard, you're doing your best. Honestly, you're giving your best. But it doesn't seem to be amounting to as much as if it was 30 years ago, if it was 40 years ago.
Hey guys, this is Anisu, aka Nyati Shonga.
Hello, my name is Chido, aka Chizzy. Wagwan, Advocate Amanda here. Hi everyone, this is Kuda, aka Cooks. Hi, and welcome to As Told by Us, the podcast. This is a weekly podcast where 4 professional millennials discuss living in Zimbabwe and trying to figure life out.
Someone once told us the grass is much greener on the other side.
But from where we're standing, our grass is green. Subscribe, like, share, comment down below.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of As Told by Us. We're really excited, guys.
Yay!
Yes, we are. It's been a minute, actually.
Yeah,
we've been quiet.
Took an hiatus. We nursed our hangovers.
Our social hangovers, because, we were outside and it was a lot.
If you do want to check what we were doing outside, you can check our Instagram or YouTube, all of that jazz. We won't say any much more about that. And this episode is going to be very different. It's just going to be us chatting, really and truly.
How's that different?
I mean, we always do that.
Well, we don't have a dilemma and we don't have a set topic. It's just get to know us.
Okay.
That's the topic. All right, let's do it.
Alrighty, I've got some questions here. Guys, also on Instagram, where are you?
Like, we see you seeing us.
We see you seeing our stories, but you're not engaging. I just want to say that. Please do engage. So first question. Should I go ahead?
Yes.
Yeah.
What did you last search on Spotify? What's your last search on Spotify?
I think we should go around the circle, so...
I was looking for a song I saw on TikTok at 7 p.m. Friday, 95 degrees. I ain't got no nigga, no nigga ain't got me. I didn't find it. But that's Glorilla. That was my last search on Spotify. You didn't find it? I don't think she's dropped it yet, or if it's not a full song. It's just like a part of a song that went viral, and then someone put a beat on it, and now it's doing the rounds.
Please send me the link. I'm not on TikTok, so sore.
Alright.
I'm disadvantaged.
My last search on Spotify was the song Juice, YC Malik Berry.
Too much juice.
Too much juice. That's exactly.
Throwback. What a throwback.
So my last search on Spotify is also a throwback, but like some dancehall throwback, like Ricky Fire.
Which one?
Guys, this is even embarrassing.
Who's Ricky Fire?
Ricky Fire.
Yes, Ricky Fire. God, what you do no time,
Baby,
That's a good one.
That's a goodie.
My last search was... It's called what? Back on 74. I don't know if you've heard that song.
Sing it.
It's by Jungle.
Oh.
So you know how Tyler's doing the rounds in America? She got like an endorsement with, I think it's Gap. Yeah. So they were like the song is playing in the background and she's like dancing. So I was like, yeah, that one. That one. That was my last search. I was like, oh, these guys sound
What's the song? Jungle's pretty cool.
It's back on 74.
Oh yeah, no, that's a nice song.
6. Okay. My last search was The Alchemist and Action Bronson. Some real hip hop vibes.
You have to sing it.
You have to sing it. We've all sung our songs.
I can. It's like it was actually the first listen of an album. So it's just like I just saw it on Twitter. I was like, oh yeah, I haven't listened to Action Bronson in a while, so I just tapped in.
I'm gonna look for it.
Oh, she got married.
See your taste. The next one was from a listener actually, and they were asking who's the youngest in the group.
If you're the youngest, put your hand up. It is I amongst my elders. You who? Y'all old. Bruh.
Okay, for clarity's sake, Amanda.
But I'm only slightly younger than you, yeah?
Yeah, slightly.
Slightly younger. Extremely younger than Chido.
Please. And more extreme.
You're moderately younger than me, bro. Moderately. Significantly younger than honestly. And terribly younger than 6.
Terribly younger.
You're definitely the older.
You're older, yeah.
Don't make us do the math.
So whoever asked, now you know. The next one is, would you rather have unlimited data or endless coffee?
Unlimited data.
Or endless
No. My answer is unlimited data. I'd rather have unlimited data.
I think I'll choose data. There was a time I'd have said coffee. But
What changed?
You're reformed.
I realized coffee is not that good for me. So
Who are you?
Huh?
Who are you and what have you done with Amanda?
It's not that great. I still love it, but I'll choose internet.
What do you do with coffee? You drink it and then it goes away. Do you know what you can do? Data. Unlimited data.
And then you're buzzing.
Doesn't go away.
I think it depends what your coffee bill is for you to choose coffee. It's like something you need. Yeah. Me, I need data.
Wait, does it mean I'm not getting any coffee if I keep the data?
Yes, that's what it means.
No, it means
just
you
means
get
there's
less. It's not unlimited. You can still drink coffee.
No.
You just don't have to pay for it.
For me, it's the extreme. If you're getting data, you will not even get a whiff of coffee.
And if I get coffee, I'm never getting data.
Yeah.
Still data.
Still data then. Do you know what to do with coffee?
I don't know, like... Okay,
Start
fine.
a coffee business.
You know what? Maybe data. All right, data.
There's only one correct answer.
Honestly.
What's the only correct
data?
In this economy, data.
Also, sorry, whilst we're on data, how much do y'all spend on data?
Too much.
Okay, but how much is too much?
No, too much.
Do you do because I pay for Wi-Fi at home and then I get Wi-Fi at work, I don't really buy data. If I'm in the middle of home and work, you just can't find me. And then I'll find you when I'm back on Wi-Fi. So I don't really buy data like that. But I know that my Wi-Fi bill is hella.
I do like Wi-Fi at home, but I will also get data on my phone. And the data on my phone, like Ethernet, oh my god.
Okay.
It's ridiculous.
Names.
Next question?
Yeah.
You ready for the next question? What is one book recommendation you have for our listeners?
One is tricky. One.
Yeah, just one.
Okay, I would say Fresh Water by, what's her name? Wait, let me find her. Akwaki Emezi, Nigerian.
That
love
book
that book.
freaked me out though, but I loved it. But I was
Well,
freaked out.
What's the blurb?
She's demon possessed.
She's born as a what is it? Obanje.
Yeah.
I know Obanje is like Nigerian for like a god or something. So she apparently the author says she's an Obanje, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know if she is.
Yeah, she says
Because it is autobiographical.
Yeah, she says she's an Obanje.
But essentially, it's written as if she has multiple personalities. So she is technically demon possessed. But like, think of Legion, and Legion had 100, right? So each one with a personality of its own. So the book is written per personality, and then it's sort of as she goes through life, each personality takes over.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. The way that it's written is quite complex, but it's also...
I was freaked out.
Yeah, it's very
the
freaky.
whole time I was like,
But it's really good. You should read it. I'll give you a copy. Amanda.
book rec.
How am I next circle? I'm still trying to even pick a genre to say, okay, what kind of book?
I've also been struggling with that. Like, what genre?
And it also depends on who I'm recommending to.
And what kind of problems you have, you know?
Do
Do you just want a fun book to read of stories, or do you want like one of my favorite books?
I think it has to be that.
One of your
It's like if you had to
favorites.
recommend one book. To
Ish,
be like,
and one
okay.
is just so limiting, man.
I think I'd say The Alchemist.
Shit, I was gonna say that.
If it's just the one. That's why I said it quickly. I think it's a well-written story and you can get quite a lot from it. It's not pretentious. It's just a very simple book, but quite packed. It's written in a story form, which makes it feel less, self-helpy and preachy. And also Paulo Coelho is pretty good. Yeah.
What's your take on Rich Dad Poor Dad? Good book, not good book. Like book, don't like book. Does not apply in Zimbabwe.
I think it's a good book. But for me, I don't know, there's very few books that I'd say, oh, that's a bad book. There's always something you can get out of it. I wasn't mad at it. Maybe there was a bit of a culture and a wave that came from it that became a bit, okay, guys. But
Doing too much.
the book itself is all right.
I don't even remember reading it.
Rich
It was
Dad
so
Poor Dad.
far back. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was young. My book recommendation, I've recommended it before on the podcast. Four Agreements.
Four Agreements.
It's my book there.
I love it too.
Who's that?
Ooh, who is that? So
Bren-
bad with
Brené.
all the names.
No.
Google it.
Guys, you're leaving me with
should we
nothing
start
now.
Should we do like a book segment on the podcast?
think
Do
we
people
should.
still read?
Yeah.
Do people still read?
I
Is a
think we
great
should do
question.
that. I would love to do that.
What are you guys reading right now?
Author Don Miguel Ruiz.
Don Miguel Ruiz.
To answer your question, I'm reading Ikigai.
Oh, I love that one. It's so good.
Yeah, but I'm not reading it like a book. You know how you just quickly kind of
Yeah.
flip through all the pages, you're done. I'm like reading it chapter by chapter, like writing notes or whatever, like note to self kind of thing. So yeah, I'm still on that.
I'm currently reading Rise by Sia. What's the brother's name?
Khaleesi.
Yeah, Khaleesi.
Sia Khaleesi.
Sia Khaleesi. That's what I'm reading now.
That's cool.
One book I'd recommend, The Subtle Art of Not Keeping a File.
Oh, that was a good one.
I kind of read that like every day.
Every
It's like,
day.
I just take like little tidbits and just go like, this applies to this current situation, this move. But what I'm probably reading right now is A Way of Being by Rick Rubin.
A way of being.
Yeah.
All right.
If I were to recommend a book, because everybody's been kind of talking about self-help
like that's the genre that I've picked up on. But I think if you really want a compelling story, I would say 1,000 Splendid Suns.
Oh, beautiful.
Beautifully written, a beautiful story. I think I cried at some point.
That guy's good though.
That's cute. But then that and the Kite Runners also.
Hussein Khalid.
Very nice.
Have you guys then gone to And the Mountains Echoed?
I did.
I haven't read that one.
First two I think are nicer, but it's still good.
Also, Kite Runner and 1,000 Splendid Suns. Okay.
Yeah. Reading now, I just read Matthew, which was very interesting. Because
Like the book of Matthew.
The book of Matthew, as in actually now reading it.
The
and
Bible.
Paying attention of the Bible.
Okay.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It's actually pretty good. I would recommend.
I thought you wrote the biography.
I mean, I would recommend the Bible.
Matthew Perry.
I would recommend the Bible.
Matthew.
Just read the whole Bible.
Yeah.
Just read the Bible, please.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, so if you do want us to do book recommendations, let us know in the
what?
Spotify comments.
Come on Instagram. Ask us.
GM us in the Instagrams.
Yeah, let us know.
Next question is a bit weird, but hey. If you had to describe yourself as an animal, which would it be and why?
I'd say a pangolin.
Huh? Why?
First of all, I think they're so cute.
You know what a pangolin looks like?
I do.
She thinks they're cute.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
You describe yourself as a pangolin.
It's like hard shell, soft inside. Is that the vibe?
I'm a softie, but outside.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay.
I was once asked this in an interview. I'm trying to remember what I said.
Like a work interview.
That is so
That's a weird
weird.
question for a work interview. But I can understand
It
why.
was at Rhodes.
Subordinate.
No. I don't remember what it was. But it was like something for like a short-term thing.
Waitressing.
I didn't get it.
You didn't get the job.
You picked the wrong animal.
It was that thing. Because I remember who was on the panel, so that's what's making me. It was a law-related thing.
What was it? Defense
for
Council.
trade.
Jeez.
For the trade elective, there was some trip or something that was supposed to be done.
Oh, the Elsa Mood.
Yeah, no. What's the thing where that girl that we know went?
Oh, that item.
Yeah.
The item to go to China, to India.
I don't know. That was ADR. Okay, anyway.
I think I would be a panda.
Panda.
That's cute.
Yeah, such a cutie.
I'm just thinking how so protected they are and how they have one person is assigned to a panda in the zoo. It's supposed to hug it and pet it and take care of it.
So you want to be hugged?
Yeah.
Oh, come let me give you a hug.
And there was hugging in the studio.
I would be a dolphin. Really like the water. I think they're cute, but also sharks are afraid of dolphins, which kind of is my life. I kind of feel like you look cute on the outside, and it's like, ah, and then you get too close, and yeah.
Okay.
I'd be a lioness.
Wow.
Like Lala.
Wow.
Was it Lala or Nala? Nala.
I feel like they're cool.
They're pretty badass. Not even
They're
just
pretty
cool. They're
badass.
badass.
And they just get shit done,
It's true.
They do.
They literally
They literally feed the whole pride while the men are sitting.
Or I'd be an elephant.
Wind blows.
6, what are you going for?
Mine is it has to be two animals. It's like most of the time it's a tiger, and then other times it's a capybara. You know capybara?
Yeah.
Yeah. So very chill, like gets along with everyone. Very like it's just doing his own thing. I like his vibe.
I can see you as that.
More the capybara than
Then the tiger.
And the tiger, yeah, sorry.
Oh, dear.
It wasn't bad until you said sorry.
I'm sorry. I mean, I don't mean to like
No, it's cool.
ruin your street cred, but yeah, you're a tiger, you know? For all intents and purposes.
Okay. Thank you.
Alrighty, next question is, would you describe yourself as an introvert or an extrovert?
Definitely introvert for me. Although I think when you see me outside, you would definitely think I'm an extrovert. But in real life, I'm very intro.
People often say that this word doesn't exist, but I still want to believe that I'm an ambivert. So I'm just at the right time, but not anymore, guys. I'm just an introvert. I'm lying to myself, hey. I'm not an ambivert anymore. I'm just very introverted. Oops.
I'd say I'm more ambi now. Although dominant, they say mostly extroverted. But yeah, I think I've tended to lean into more introversion qualities.
I think I'm an introvert. But in some instances, I'm an extroverted introvert. So in the right setup, where I feel like comfortable with people,
Like with us.
people would say I'm an extrovert. Yeah.
So what are...
Does it even exist? That's my question.
What?
This whole you're an introvert, you're an extrovert, or does it just depend on how you are feeling around people?
I think the question is, do you have social anxiety or you don't? I feel like that's the real question. Because if you are introverted, chances are you just have really bad social anxiety. And when you get around people that you're not comfortable with, you tend to shell and be in a shell. However, I think my social anxiety is fine with people, with strangers. I'm very anxious around people I do know.
Interesting.
I also, my social anxiety peaks when it's like, I'm gonna be at a place where I might know like a couple of people.
Exactly.
It's like, oh no, I don't want to be there. I'd rather be
with strangers, I
with
swear.
strangers or alone. Like that's it. I'm not trying to. Oh hi, small talk. Yay.
I've understood it as more of a preference to say what kind of environment do you lean towards and what do you prefer. Because people always say, what makes you feel more energized? Do you feel energized after a big gathering, or is it more when you're by yourself or in quieter situations? So I guess then it really depends on the time and place and context. But I guess you always have one that's a bit more dominant than the other.
I think for me it depends on the state of my social battery. Like if like my social battery is low, then definitely I'm introverted, and I can go for like long periods of time without interacting with a lot of people. Then the times when I'm outside, and I'm really outside. So
Yeah, you be outside though. Today I'm on you.
I guess fine. You guys need to take it outside.
This is the last jazz.
Madness!
I think today all the things that I usually say in my head, I'm saying out loud.
Well,
That's
speaking
funny,
about
that's funny.
personalities, before we started recording, we took the, what is it called? 16 personalities, what quiz. So that one is basically like a amplified Myers-Briggs personality. I don't know if anyone will want to share. We're missing anyone. We all need to share which personality came up, and we'll put the link in our description for you to also take it. It's pretty interesting. I'm not sure how accurate it is though.
Should we do like percentages also? Or should we just say what?
Let's just say what.
Okay.
Because wow. Wow.
So we're just saying that we're gonna have to do the description, no?
Yeah.
The description.
The description is long.
I was just gonna read a bit and then kind of,
I was just gonna go through
because
all of them.
I had just I
Do
just
everything.
I just
Like
copy
what
pasted.
they mean.
Oh, I see.
I had just copy pasted like few bits.
Okay,
So
do you
go
wanna
ahead.
first?
All right, so I'm a INFP, introverted, intuitive, feeling, perceiving.
What is that? What's the description?
So idealistic and empathetic.
It's the name, what is it?
Oh, dude, I didn't take a screenshot of it. Sad.
We'll come back to Chido.
Yes, come back to me.
We'll circle back.
Okay, Anderson?
I got advocate, which is INFJ. That's introverted, intuitive, feeling, and judging. You? I'm just gonna read the strengths because I think, and the weaknesses. Strengths: insightful, principled, passionate, altruistic. Chido, my dictionary. What does altruistic mean?
Here you go.
Charitable. Yeah, you're
save the
world.
Oh, you're altruistic. I don't even know.
I think.
And
It means
creative.
giving and generous.
Like you give a lot.
You're a giver.
And creative. Then weaknesses:
Give us a discount.
sensitive, reluctant to open up. That's definitely me. Perfectionistic, avoid the ordinary, and prone to burnout. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like you.
Yep.
Advocate.
Advo.
My personality trait is advocate, but Emma's the real advocate here.
Mine is called Commander. It's an ENTJA. That's what I think it's an. I don't know what it means when people say A-type personality. That's what it is. Extroverted, intuitive, thinking, and judging. The introduction is that people with the ENTJ personality types are natural born leaders, embodying the gifts of charisma and confidence. They project authority in a way that draws crowds together behind a common goal. These personalities are characterized by an often ruthless level of rationality, using their drive, determination, and sharp mind to achieve whatever objectives they've set for themselves. Their intensity might sometimes rub people the wrong way, but ultimately ENTJs take pride in both their work ethic and their impressive level of self-discipline. It's a bit extreme. Who took the test? They really said ruthless.
Mine, after Amanda's commander, I am the defender,
Dum dum dum.
which is I, introverted, S, observant, F for feeling, J for judging. I am supportive. It says that I look for a win-win situation, choosing teamwork over competition, reliable, take steady approach, ensuring that things are done to the highest standard, observant. People have a talent for noticing things, particularly about other people. They pay attention to the smallest of details of what someone says and does. Enthusiastic should explain itself. Hardworking explains itself. Good practical skills. ISFJ personality types offer the rare combination of altruistic nature and hard-won practicality. They don't just hope to help others, they take action, meaning that they are more than happy to roll up their sleeves and do what's necessary to care for friends and family and anyone else in need. I am overly humble. I take things too personally and I repress my feelings. Oh, and reluctant to change.
Interesting.
Chido.
Back to you again.
All right. So anyway, I had said I'm INFP, and I'm an idealist. And they say some famous people like me are like William Shakespeare.
Shakespeare.
Nelson Mandela.
And Johnny Depp. I think Johnny Depp is very apt for me. I don't know, but a bit cuckoo.
Just a little bit.
But anyway, it says that apparently I'm idealistic and empathetic and creative and imaginative. Seek meaning and purpose in life. I do those too many times. And we're known for our compassion, empathy, and creative problem-solving skills. Also known for their strong values and beliefs and their desire to make a positive difference in the world.
Cute. What a cutie.
Pukes and mouth.
Okay, Shakespeare.
Shakespeare.
I got protagonist. EFNJ, extroverted, feeling, intuitive, and judging. People with the that personality feel called to serve a greater purpose in life, thoughtful and idealistic, strive to have a positive impact on other people and the world around them. These personalities rarely shy away from an opportunity to do the right thing, even when doing so is far from easy. They are born leaders, which explains why these personalities can be found among many notable politicians, coaches, and teachers. Their passion and charisma allows them to inspire others, not just in their, I may need to update my bio. They're cooking. A few things bring people with the personality type a deeper sense of joy and fulfillment and guiding friends and loved ones to grow into their best selves.
It's cute.
I like it.
Cutie.
Do you guys think that this is more or less accurate? Is it accurate from your...
You know what I'm surprised by? Oh, I'm not surprised. I think they will be surprised that even though everybody says we sound the same, we're not the same. Yeah. And I think this kind of proves that we're
so different.
We're actually very different.
Yeah.
Even we get along, we like each other, we're good friends, but we're not the same people.
What is it about people? Why is it that we sound the same?
Apparently.
We sound the same. Because I don't think we sound the same.
Yeah, but you can't hear yourself.
But I think if you've gotten up to, what episode are we now? Season 2.
This episode.
Episode 20 something, you should be able to tell our voices apart.
Yeah.
Right?
But I will say, I think mine is very accurate. It's changed, but it's very accurate.
Mine used to be the debater personality, which is pretty much the same as the swan, save for one thing. And I think it's mostly accurate. Obviously, I didn't get to read through a lot of the things, but I do relate. A lot of it does sound and feel like me. And I agree with what Kuda's saying, that we're actually very different. And I think there's a tendency for people to put a certain type of person in a basket and that you don't really look into how we're different and see life differently. But
Yeah.
I think it's pretty
Especially
cool.
symbols. If you hear lawyer, you just think
They're all the same type of
lawyers. Specific type of person.
Yeah.
We are not our jobs, guys.
Hey there, lovely listeners. So listen, running a podcast in Zimbabwe is quite the journey. It requires resources. And when I say resources, I mean money, time, and effort. Wondering how you can support us? Well, we've got you covered with Inbox. Or World Remit if you're on the other side of the world and you'd love to contribute. Our Inbox number is 077-810-3171. Whether it's the cost of a cup of coffee or a virtual high five, every little bit of your support counts. Remember, supporting our podcast isn't about funding our caffeine addiction, though it is in part, but your support keeps our podcast alive and thriving and helps us create more content, ensuring that our laughter echoes through your devices. Thanks again for being part of our community and for listening.
Alrighty, next question. What is the last thing you've watched or you're currently watching? Television.
High definition.
R.I.P. Soul.
The last thing I watched. Oh, what am I going to be watching? Oh, okay. So I'm on a journey to reclaim my happiness. I feel like I left it
saw
somewhere.
that on your WhatsApp
Yeah.
the other day.
I feel like I left it somewhere. So I'm thinking if I go back and watch all the shows I watched when I remembered being happy, then like I'll be happy again. So
You'll be happy, but with bills to pay.
yeah.
Okay.
I feel like life got too serious at some point. And so now I want to go back to a point where life was not as serious as it is now. So I've been rewatching like really old things. I just finished 90210 now.
Oh my goodness! What a throwback!
That's what. And before
I was
that,
obsessed.
I will tell you now, rewatching it, the script and the acting was actually trash.
Really?
But it's actually still really good. But the script is
sat
horrible.
through it, though.
I did all the seasons. Before that, I watched Dawson's Creek, and it was also really nice. I don't remember what I watched before that, but I know it was another oldie.
Wow. I think I should do that too.
Life got too serious too fast, and you kind of have to remember.
The only throwback thing that I did recently was Gossip Girl, which was quite interesting. Like going back from the beginning. What I'm watching now, I did finish. It was interesting. What I'm watching now, it's called The Boys. Superheroes and stuff. It's quite nice.
Boys.
Yeah.
The boys.
Anis, what are you watching?
Guys, I watch so many things at the same time. I'm a bit embarrassed.
Okay, what's the last thing you watched?
So I've been doing what you're doing, Koda, like throwbacks. So in my throwback section, I'm currently watching Monk. I don't know if you remember that one.
That's an old one. Though.
Yeah, it's really good. I was like, oh yes.
That's the detective.
Yeah, that's the detective
detective
who has
Monk.
like he's neurodivergent. He's got like problems going on. But it's really good. And then recently, on my recent side, I watched Bridgerton.
Season 3.
Yeah.
Is it bad? Because I haven't even watched season 1.
There's a new season.
There's a new season I haven't watched. It's just there, downloaded, waiting.
I haven't watched any of Bridgerton.
I like Bridgerton.
At all. But also I didn't watch Game of Thrones. So I kind of just feel like...
In your throwback situation, you need to go big. Yeah.
Okay.
Did you guys watch The Ultimatum Essay?
I have it.
Ooh,
Everyone
I
keeps
did.
telling me to watch it.
I did see.
Merci.
So much drama.
I'll start with that.
No,
Yeah,
you started Game of Thrones.
No.
Actually, no, start with it. I'll do the ultimatum. That's just like it's 2 days. Like you'll be done in 2 days because you won't stop.
Okay.
But Njolo.
Yeah. But on that, like, what the hell? Why are people doing that to themselves?
To go on the show or...
Yeah. Or even just because the whole concept is that it's couples that have been together for however long. And one of the couples is now given an ultimatum to say, okay, let's get married. Otherwise, let's not do this thing. And then they get into a social experiment where the couples...
they break up.
Yeah, they break up and then they sort of exchange partners amongst themselves. And then you get into a trial marriage with that partner for like a week, is it?
3 weeks.
3 weeks?
A month or
That one was
something.
3 weeks.
It's 3 weeks.
Of the trial marriage?
Yeah.
So you do 1 week, 3 weeks, 1 week. Back. When you come back again together.
No, 3 weeks in total. But 1 week with the trial marriage person.
No.
3 weeks.
3 weeks. Oh,
Because remember, you have to meet the family, you have to live together, you have to, you know.
I see.
Because a week is not enough for you
So
to
you
know
live
someone.
with the fake partner, then you go back with your original partner, and then in the end, they decide if they're getting married or not. I wouldn't want to get married like that.
Yeah, for me, it's like ish already if we've reached the stage. Like you're taking me.
Okay, question. Love is Blind, the ultimatum. If you had to be in one of the two, which one would you pick?
Love is blind.
Love is Blind is the one where
You're behind a wall.
and you're basically
talking.
choosing people and you're trying to find a partner. And that makes more sense.
I'd rather
That's
do
just
love
fine.
is blind. Yeah.
Because you're going in there free person, you don't know what's going to happen. It might
Yeah,
work
you
out,
could
it might not.
come back with no one, and that's okay.
And that's fine. But this
What's
one,
the other one where you have to
Married at
married
first sight.
Married at first sight, the ultimatum.
No, wait, Married at First Sight versus Love is Blind. Which one?
I'll do married at first sight.
I would do Love is Blind.
I'd still do Love
married
is
at
Blind.
first sight,
Yeah.
you get married and then see how it goes.
Yeah.
No.
You literally, like, but then like, okay, with Married at First Sight, right? You're relying on professionals.
Oh, it's those ones where they sort of link you up with data.
Exactly. But my thing is like,
Let me
what
tell
if
you
you
why.
lied in your data sheet? You've lied about certain things, and then I get matched with you who's lied.
No, you know what my problem is, and I'll tell you now. Why I can't do Love is Blind, because it's like me doing, like dating a lot of people at the same time. Already
speed
that gives
dating.
me a lot of anxiety. And then two, what if I, like the fact that I like someone and Ines could like the same person, and then you could like the same person, now he has to pick between the three of us, also gives me a lot of...
Yeah, it also kind of feels like
I'd rather that.
if you were to pick you and you say no, then you come back to me and it's like I'm your second choice.
Exactly. I would rather just, me and you, if we don't like each other, then we move on. Let's do Married at First Sight. And then if I don't like you, we shift. The only problem with Married at First Sight is the fact that the marriage is actually legal.
Exactly.
And that's like the only thing I can't deal, because now it's a divorce after 3 weeks of knowing each other.
But I mean, you can annul, right?
Yeah.
What are the timelines for an annulment?
Annulment is before consummation.
Ooh.
So it depends on what you're doing.
Yeah, but also, why are you consummating with someone you just met yesterday?
How is my husband?
Hashtag Ruth.
Yeah, also.
Okay, wait, so what did we say? Married at First Sight, the ultimatum, Love is Blind. If you had to pick one, which one would you do?
Like if I was desperado,
Yeah.
Love is Blind.
Yeah.
Love is Blind.
I think Love is Blind because I can't be serious either way. So, yeah.
And it also has, you still have your agency. If you like
Exactly.
someone,
I can
you've
say
picked
no,
them.
yeah.
You've picked them. If it doesn't work out before the wedding, you can say, oh, sorry, no.
At the
But
altar, baby.
hey,
Okay, but also what I was going to say to Amanda's question, if we have to go on the ultimatum, I don't think you should be married. Full stop.
Yeah.
Like if I have
What are
to
you doing
give you, if I have to give you an ultimatum to marry me or not, then we shouldn't be together.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I'm grateful for this pod because I had no idea what these shows were. What?
Wait, what do you watch?
Definitely not the ultimatum. Because I'll see it always trending on Twitter. I'm like, what is this?
So does that not give you like you see it trending on Twitter?
Yeah.
Like, do you want to go watch it?
No.
See, that does the opposite for me, which is why I haven't watched Game of Thrones. Because the more people talked about it on X,
Yeah.
Now I'm like, I can, what is it called? Watch it. Twitter watch it. I don't need to actually watch it because it then becomes overhyped. And then if I don't like it, now I feel like I'm the wrong person. Like I'm bad because I didn't like something everybody else liked.
Okay. So what are you watching?
Right now I'm watching Peaky Blinders.
Those Peaky Blinders.
Yeah.
I had an accent at least for 2 weeks after that.
I'm like very motivated to change like my whole look and just be like rocking the. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Alrighty, so I'm just gonna go to 2 questions. What are some of your biggest millennial struggles? I'll say bills.
I feel like it's this generational tension where we're now the grown-ups, but then the old people don't want to
allow us to be grown-ups.
And I feel like we are getting a version of the world that's messed up by the boomers. And I think my struggle really is just that, to say that, okay, I need some form of agency now in life. We need access to certain things, but then we're still being treated like kids almost. But the millennials are now actually the people who are now there. So can they stop?
Can you retire is what you're saying.
Retire.
I also definitely think it's the bills. But I also, going to Amanda's point also, I think the economy in itself is really in the septic tank right now.
Yeah.
And the other day, I was in my mother's house and something hit me. I can't even tell you what I was doing but I was just thinking. And I remember that my mom and my dad bought the house that we're living in when they were 25 and 28.
Yeah. Home.
And I'm looking at my big age and I am like, but when? And I think it's, for me, it's that frustration where it's like you're working really hard, you're doing your best. Honestly, you're giving your best. But it doesn't seem to be amounting to as much as if it was 30 years ago, if it was 40 years ago. So that really is like, is it the country, but it's also a global thing also.
Yes.
It's not just the teapot country or the big and teapot country. It's just
exactly
extra.
Yeah. I feel you, because like I think that's also my struggle. It's like, okay, when am I going to actualize? Like, when am I gonna say, like, I'm starting to take off certain things that I've wanted to do when I was younger. Like, I've always told myself, oh, by the time I'm 30, I'm doing this and this and this. Like, when am I gonna start ticking those things off? That's a struggle for sure.
I remember I was talking to someone and they were saying how as millennials, we're sort of like, similar to what Amanda's saying, we're sort of like people who are breaking generational curses, I guess, or we're a bit different compared to the boomer generation. So I think that's a struggle, because if you're someone who doesn't want to have kids, it's like something crazy for our parents to even understand. Or you're someone who doesn't want to have a 9-to-5 and you just want to be a creative. It's like something they're shocked about, they don't understand. Yeah, so I think that's the biggest struggle, because you're basically like, you have to like
forge
your own path. Yeah.
And you don't have an example. So unless you're, I don't know, looking at Beyonce.
This one is unserious, but I feel like dancing has evolved to an inaccessible level. And I mean, when we were kids, it used to be like, okay, 1-2 step, 1-2 step. But now, like,
that's
full
a
on
job.
TikTok choreography. When do you have time to learn all the things? Like, come on.
I think it's just a sign of it. I'm just old now. That's what it is.
That's my millennial struggle. We kept it, lean back. You know, even the doggy. Like, why? nicely. No,
Mario, bro.
rocket science.
Maybe Yadam.
I honestly blame Yana a lot.
Yeah.
It's like, why?
That's actually bad, but you're right.
Yeah, I think mine actually was kind of in the same light as yours, but mine was more like nostalgia. It's like the older I get, it's like it just feels like the world is just changing at this pace. Like I feel like ice cream tasted better when I was a kid.
I swear to God, it did. Swear to God, it did.
The other day I had like a nutty squirrel and I'm like, this is not it.
Guys, this is what I'm telling you. We've lost our
Daily
happiness.
boys, what's happening?
Come back with me and let's let's find our happiness.
Yeah.
We need to locate it where we left it because I promise you, life really got too serious.
Yeah.
Too fast. Too fast.
I saw this really interesting thing where millennial parents are playing their kids' 90s cartoons. And those are apparently less stimulating and having better results on the kids than these now Cocomelon things, which apparently just are driving these kids crazy. Which I found quite interesting.
I would definitely go the 90s.
Yeah, Powerpuff Girls, guys. Dexter's Lab. Kids Next Door.
Kids have do the veggie dance. Do the veggie dance.
What is that?
I'll send it to you. What? You haven't seen
But
that one?
also, to be fair, also, these cartoons now are basically like almost like animation. Like think of Simpsons. Think of like that's what Cartoon Network is playing. If you think about like Peppa Pig, she's so rude. She's a Rudy. She's a bee. And like she's so rude to her family. I'm like, why are you watching? What are you learning?
Yeah.
Cocomelon's horrible.
Really?
What are you learning? And they are so rude and just, I guess it's like one of those like I stand up for myself type thing. But like when Peppa Pig called the father fat, at that point,
He's a pig though.
do you see what I'm saying? What are you learning? What does that have to do with like body image and like positivity? These are kids.
Dad fat?
Yeah. Damn.
No, she's rude. I don't like that lady.
Millennials.
And also interacting with what's the generation after us? Gen Z.
Gen Zs are wild.
Gen Zs are different. Like different. It's so many and
Dude, listen, anything with a 2 in front of it.
yeah.
If you're bored of the 2 in front of you, you're different.
Okay, last question. If you had a theme song, what would it be?
Say no one told you life was gonna be this way. Your job's a joke, you broke. Your love life's the away.
That's actually, yeah.
That is so millennial.
Y'all know mine. I'm just waiting for y'all to finish.
What's yours?
What's yours again?
Dude, last.
When we were
Sounds
talking
hard.
about millennials and whatnot, what was popping in my head was that Smallville song.
Feels what I need to watch next.
Somebody Yo, someone needs to save
I'm gonna
me,
watch
guys.
that next.
Yo,
Let me actually write that down.
that was good.
Smallville. That's good.
Now that we're talking about theme songs, there was yes, no, maybe.
I don't know. Can you repeat the question?
You're not the boss of me now.
Is that your theme song?
Madness.
Well, it's either that or the cliched. Amanda.
Man, show.
Oh my god.
It kind of makes
We had great TV.
Huh?
We had really good TV.
We did.
6, what's yours?
Theme song. Kanye West, Power. Yeah. No. Yeah, I think so.
I love it.
Could I your theme song?
Back to you.
That's mine.
There's a funny story about that song. There's a time I wanted to make a beat using that song, right? So I'm busy chopping the beat and it's blaring out of my speakers. My grandma goes like, fam, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what type of creativity, but we don't do that over here. I don't want to hear that.
Not that song.
Not that song. Yeah.
My only question is when he got into the studio, how would they tell him to like, okay, we need to do this part again.
Do the
Yeah, but do the ha. We want to do this part.
I feel like that was a one take thing.
I think so too.
He was cooking, he just felt it and he just
Yeah.
did it.
Wow.
The fire in the booth.
Fun in the booth. Iconic.
Alrighty, guys, it's the end of this episode. Oh,
Bye.
bye.